For 500, they're not going to be playing orthodox Counter-Strike, though. They've got Shawsy Steady and AWP IGL. What's he going to be doing? Because there's Cirque. So what's happening with Chawsey? Let's see what he's like as a stand-in. As the T side burst out onto the A bomb site, and it's actually Rainwaker to pick up the inaugural 2 kills in this 2-0 matchup.
Well, they're taking that bomb site pretty easily, and they're dealing with the rotates right now as Cirque will be able to find yet another. They're going to swing out. Volt needs a little bit of assistance to try and take down Antivirus, and eventually he will get it. As you saw, it seems like he's landed on his feet on this round though. Fnatic with an easy double kill as he takes care of any of that donut presence from the T side, and 500 have only managed to pick up a single kill on their way into this A bomb site. Fnatic is still just sat cowering in a corner in towards Donut, and he's not even going to be needed because his teammates are just going to clean up the rest of that one. Nice work from Oramond as the Polish side are going to be able to get their first one on the board early.
Felt like 500 kind of got rolled over a little bit, and that is the following round. Sunuku spams Red Star through a smoke. Volt
double push down the ramp here. You've got a little bit of assistance, but you've got 2 players that are just going to be ready and waiting, and that is a perfect scenario for 500 because they just accelerate into this B bomb site. Rotates are going to be here quickly, but you still have complete control. You've got smokes that you can put down as well, but you're just going to decide to stand and fight right now. Molly's not going to force anybody out of position. Cirque is safe and sound, just a little bit wider. Fnatic still has to get a move on. He does have a kit, but he still has to go quickly. All the kills have to line up perfectly. Cirque is still not giving him a peek at all, though. Fnatic trying to make this one doable. Gonna fade, and this is 500's cue to go.
This is scary. They're gonna go. They've got that signal, but the signal is a front-sider dink. Great double entry. Fnatic, that was his time to shine. Up close on the boost, but all he had was a 5-7. Gets insta dinked anyway, so I don't know how much it would have really mattered. Double nade and a mollo to tickle Sunuku down a little bit more. Oramond, they had the right read. They had the good timings. The utility was fantastic, but the entries are just way too sharp from 500. Chawsey was a part of all of this when Johnny Speed were doing so well, and then just kind of left again. Played a little bit of mixes here and there, but I don't know. It's kind of cool to see a talent like that back, but unfortunately, alongside 500, after that pause, they try to do something fast. They were holding the line, so he needs to be careful with that one. Red Star doesn't anticipate 2 to be in cave. He goes for the jump peak, goes for the swing, overextends, gives away his life. The AWPs do come to head in Donut, but unfortunately, Cirque, even though he connects first, it's 100. They're putting a lot of attention over towards A, but it's all a ruse. They then explode onto the B bomb site. Rainwaker does get past the cave players and is able to isolate a duel onto Fnatic. However, these cave players still alive, still thriving. Despite them both being low HP, they keep a hold, a footing on their position, and also give their team the man advantage. Volt, they know he was over towards A because he was throwing util, but it doesn't matter. Volt wins this round out in middle as the bombs planted on B.
Volt just
the
wins
cave
that
player
duel.
Cleared him. Like, that's why Volt got the kills, because the cave player was coming out to actively clear mid. This round going too well. It's a good mollo, but Sunuku still here in cave. And fair play to him for holding down that trigger and getting 2. Yep. All round 3. It was either round 1 or round 3.
He's trying to pick up the slack here as 500 need to band together as a team. This pistol is looking damn good though. Cirque and Volt getting it done once more as Frontsider tries to pivot over towards the A bomb site, and this is going to be a minor miracle if he gets a bomb plant. Chawsey is already on the scene trying to deny him. There's 500 players that are spilling in towards middle to make sure that he won't get out of Donut, and you just feel trapped right now if you're Frontsider, just begging, wishing one of these bullets to eventually connect of a skull of one of these 500 members, and eventually it will. Red Star will go down, but it's going to be the only scalp that you collect. Maybe that was
just putting him over towards A to just leave him there. Because unfortunately, it's actually nothing to do with Chawsey this round. The full focus and brunt for Oramond is coming out onto this B bomb site. Looks like Cirque and Rainwaker were trying to set up a play as that Molotov on top ramp was fading themselves, but that just meant they fed into Oramond's hands. Regardless, though, it's now a 3 versus 4. 500 might actually go and attempt this because Chawsey finally picked up his second kill. Volt doubles down as well. This man's doing everything. And it's fallen apart at the seams. From a 5 versus 3 retake to all players surviving of 500. That is incredible.
The molly. However, that smoke is going to come down at the right timing. Volt is actually going to give up all of the bomb site. This is where it gets awkward. It was actually Rainwaker that was smoked off in towards Cave. And Red Star, he didn't seem to realize that they could be up short there.
Oh,
Maybe
no
that's a little
idea.
bit of miscommunication on the side of 500, but it looks like they've lost this one.
Well, I think... I don't know if it's miscommunication, because I don't think they had any communication to give off in the first place. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Red Star wouldn't have known... Oh, sorry, the 2 players in Cave wouldn't have been able to come over.
You've lost it once, but that was on you in the post plan. The takes have been extremely smooth, so you're going to try it once more. Flash is coming on through as Volt makes a desperation play to swing onto the site. Yeah, nothing he can do. Fire at his feet, and he falls. The CT's going to try and rush on through, but Antivirus on the other side.
Oramond are going B, which they are, but they are changing it up. Like, that time, they just push up long, and they're always kind of like little intricacies. Issue is... their play towards B, they actually probably were setting up for a B execute, as they've got 1 player A and they did have 4 B. That's the operative word, did. As Red Star took matters into his own hands and just doubles down on ramp. It's such a wild play.
He's not going to be able to see Fnatic, who is positioned behind default, so this push becomes nothing. Smoke is going to go onto the bomb. Now Fnatic is going to reveal himself at the most opportune time, and that is how you play a 2 versus 3 post plan from Oramond. Yeah, this is a big nade to kind of kick things off, but you need to find a couple of kills here. Cirque is eventually going to find 1. Rainwaker taken down for nothing, though, and this is where it gets awkward. So Onko trying to just force his way through short. Cirque is still alive. He is still standing. An awkward peak for the Opera to face. In the end, he still does claim 1. And in the 2 versus 2, Volt, true that Wallbang is going to be able to tag the Opera down a little bit. He was the one punching the numbers into the bomb. They know exactly where Volt is. Now Chawsey, that HE landing on Spava, a little bit more damage. Chawsey wants to try and force the issue here alone, but he needs to actually find a couple of kills here. This AWP now the last one standing for Oramond as he looks to get them on to 11. The Polish side have been very dangerous on the tees. They've fumbled a post plant before, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this time at all. Chawsey, he's picked up a kit, but he needs to get on this bomb right now. Spava is just playing him like a fiddle, and Chawsey does not have the cojones to stick it. He finds the kill in the end. Smoke down in towards the lane, and 500 will take it for free. That smoke eventually fades, and Red Star will rip a head off its shoulders. Antivirus taking his time to walk on through, and Red Star gets caught in no man's land. This leaves Rainwaker in quite a predicament. He's trapped in towards the cave. Frontsider close by as he begins to walk up on him. That flash is going to blind him completely, and there's nothing that Rainwaker can do there. He's been left stranded after Red Star falls, and it's a great read into the position that 500 are in. Volt now waiting for the rotates to come on closer. Doesn't want to go spamming through the smoke. He's just seen what's happened to Cirque on the other side of things, and Chawsey's already calling a save. Something is given to him right now, and well, there's a quick and easy kill to kind of start things off, but
buys and Chawsey, he's had a rough time, and he just gets instantly cleared. He gets the shadow advantage, but it doesn't matter, and now Oramond erupt, and well, erupt with just victory on their minds.
Frontsider picks off Red Star. It's down to a 3 versus 5. The Polish have battled back into this one, and they're looking to take down this mainly Bulgarian roster, and they will be able to do it on the opening map. 500 will lose their pick. I kind of feel bad situations. That's usually where he does come to life. And let's see how they're going to get on in this pistol. Cirque on the pistols has been pretty damn good, and so Red Star, yeah, he needs to get out of harm's way, realizing that Antivirus could be close, and he does back up, but he does stand and fight. And again, Oramond,
Cirque making quite the ruckus outside. It causes 500 to get a little bit fidgety
similar round. Red Star is going to try and
Be careful.
play around this smoke. He has been spotted out. He's just taking this heads-up duel with Silo, and he will get it. Now, it'd be a miracle if he's able to get away here, which he will. Issue is, the timing has been caught. Once again, down secret. Nobody is down here to stop them this time, so Oramond can just occupy a lot of this space for free.
Way back towards under heaven. He spots them going into main. So Chauzy, he's ready and waiting. So is Cirque, but they only get one kill. Rainwaker's anticipated. They hear him running up the ladder. But with Chauzy, might be a little bit difficult. Rainwaker, he actually seems to be the component that's lacking. 0 kills for him, as he is the first to drop in round 6. Re-aggression in towards lobby.
Probably just a percentage play right now from 500. If Oramond do go down towards B, you'll obviously be in a really good position to maybe deny it. But if not, you just have to find the exit. Can't stay on that B bomb site. Have to try and get in towards CT, and they're just ready for you. I mean,
they're going to get down for free. And Oramond actually dropped both smokes while the other one still bloomed. And they just go down. I mean, it's so weird for Oramond because it actually looks uncomfortable.
The second and third smoke were up towards outside, so you had 2 layers of smokes right there. So even though you were saying, oh, Cirque has a nade, but Red Star doesn't. Oh, Red Star caught a glimpse. Antivirus, he's out in the open. All right, so this is a little bit better. 500 have managed to deal cross. So that's another issue, and they'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Volt will at least dispatch of him, but they will lose Red Star. Trading is very important in this situation right now for 500. A 4 versus 3. Cirque now holding over towards outside, and that AWP will finally get to work. Spavaq will not be able to pass as Cirque now, with the clear line of sight, he is making it look easy, and 500 can really reap the rewards of this round simply off delaying Oramond towards outside, something that they haven't really been able to do.
Last are going to commit and continue their brutality outside.
Double ramp push in the meantime, though, that clears out all the lobby right now, so you can kind of put your eggs in the basket that everybody else is going to be towards outside. That's why Red Star is just kind of standing and spamming. Now, he doesn't have a nade, neither does Volt, so that's where the issue does begin to arise, because if another smoke wall goes up towards outside, you're not going to be able to spot anything. And this time, Oramond are going to try and go for a wrap. Red Star made a lot of noise in towards Hell. He's smoked off. Main smoked off as well. So this is where 500 need to get into a position to try and deny this. But there's just so many timings that can actually be caught here. And I don't know if Red Star is going to be ready. Silent making their way up in towards Heaven. Red Star will know that this is a possibility. But it's about actually getting into a position where you can do something about it. Rainwaker's looking up. Chauzy's going to go back to turn an eye to it. And Red Star and Chauzy will combine to stop that. Oramond, for the first time in back-to-back rounds, now actually look like they're being caused problems by 500. 30 seconds, Antivirus and Suanko trying to creep their way in, but 500, this is an incredible defense who look like they have turned things around. After
fast though from the AWP. And Red Star gets dropped on from main. AWP is still outside for the T side, so if Cirque tries to go and hunt, he's just going to walk into Spavaq. Volt finally does trade out his fallen teammate towards main, but Spavak's too late. As Oramond, they're trying to transition now towards ramp, and Rainwaker just lines them up and drops them.
big kill here for Volt if he can drop the bomb. Chauzy's there with a refrag though, and
Did struggle. Fast ramp. Didn't work last round. Ain't gonna work this time. Rainwaker, they didn't even seem to really know where he was. They were more fixated on that AWP who had rotated in. And Rainwaker, 2 in the previous, 3 in this round. 5 kills towards his part of the map in back-to-back rounds. Chauzy will have heard that bomb going down secret. But he needs to be careful he doesn't get caught. I thought Frag was going to come up for a second.
to kind of step up his chase. Chauzy still doesn't want to make the sound, and eventually he's just going to have to try and get a little bit closer to Volt. Don't want to give away a 1v1 in that situation, but to conjure up something that the defense cannot handle, and they're going to hope that it is going to be an A-pop.
Here it comes. And Red Star, it's messy, but he opened the floodgates for 500. No one died there for a good couple seconds. It was just shots flying everywhere. And Oramond, even though they had 3 players basically in and around that A bomb site, utility, flashbangs, Molotov, It annihilates them. And it looks like 500 so far in this game are going to go 4 for 4 on pistol rounds. It's been their saving grace. It's what's kept their head above the water. I don't think this round's winnable for Oramond. They're just going for damage at this stage.
Yeah, I think they realised that as well. Do damage, make them rebuy. Swanko is picking up a couple of kills. Nice shot on the Volt as well.
Fair play.
Yeah. He will go down for his sins.
How has he got... How is he alive?
I have no idea.
How has Sunuku got into Hut alive? And now the cavalry's arrived. Spavok from heaven. Unfortunately, though, Sunuku, it was just a stay of death. And this retake is going to be difficult, but the SMGs are making it work. Volt now a 1 versus 3. There's no kit available on the other side. That Molo is going to be huge. Lands straight on the bomb, but a smoke comes very late, and Fnatic actually loses the majority of his HP because of that. Spam, 10 seconds. He's firing everything. He's got the knife out. Turn away. Is this the timing? Red Star doubles back, but he loses his head. In the meantime, over in lobby, Rainwaker falls. So Oramond, they're able to confirm that everyone now for 500 is on this B bomb site, and they've got a 4 versus 3 retake. This time, they have a kit at their disposal.
Bomb planted for single. They don't have control of it yet. They are going to be flashed through. Volt getting very fortunate to find the headshot through that smoke as Spavok is going to go down. And Sir now holding on for dear life with a double. Antivirus, they know he was down. Secret behind him. He picked up the initial kill onto Red Star to kind of kick things off on that retake. It's such a difficult spot. 2 players up on top of the site. All they're seeing is feet right now. There's no way that you get in here. I'm sorry, Antivirus. I don't care how good you are.
Honestly, that just felt very disappointing. I know the B bomb site is very hard to retake, especially from ramp, but it was a little bit too easy for 500. I was going to say this should be 11, but Spavok with the deagle walks through the door smoke, and Fnatic trades places with him in Hut. That's the bomb dropped, and now a 4 versus 2, making a 4 versus 1. Oh no, 8 rounds in a row for 500, and they get dismantled by the Force Spy. He's also coming over that nothing's here. Antivirus, oh dear, tries to flank the players down secret like he has done before, but ultimately that just gives up his life. Sunuku's been caught out in no man's land. Oh, what is he doing? He tries to push forward, then realizes, oh wait, there's someone in lobby, we don't know about that, and Sunuku goes down for free. A 5 versus 3 for Oramond, where it just falls apart at the seams, and now actually the retake's live.
Yeah, retake about to happen. Rainwaker been smoked off. You know he's over towards the door. Where's Volt though? Peeking out from Tetris,
Oh,
and
no.
the worst time to have the worst spray of the game. But Rainwaker, big time in the clutch. He needs to peek though. Spavok on that defuse when he will get it.
Actually coming back up secret. Antivirus takes contact, but they're just going to be swinging onto him, and now a lot of space opened up for the T side.
It's a good trade. It's an important trade to keep 500 ahead. But look at this reaction right now. Rainwaker should be ready for this, and he is. That is perfect. Textbook.
Too easy.
Nuke play from the CTs to walk in, and Rainwaker is just simply ready. There's no other way to put it. And despite a little bit of a slip up,
11 to 8. And it's just going to be a fast play. Volt coming through, leading the charge. Everyone's blind. Sunuku's able to give Fnatic some support. It's actually a man advantage for Oramond.
I don't know how Volt didn't find that kill there. I'd love to see a replay of that. I don't know what actually went on there, but he was the first one out. Yeah, there was a lot of flashes. Maybe he was blind. I'm not quite certain, but right now, CTs are set up for a nice retake, especially with Antivirus picking up a kill. And that main smoke was just a little bit late because Chazzy was just nowhere. In the middle of the bomb site, absolutely nowhere to go. Circuit's going to be flashed off in that CT vent, and now over towards the T vent. Rainwaker can only collect 1, so in the end, it looks like it's a simple retake, and you're going to go for a ramp play here. Red Star already pulling strings towards outside. No quick rotation here for frontsider. You need to turn your eyes towards ramp though, mate. They're about to be coming your way. Oh, and he realized it. How did he get out safely? Never mind. Like, it's a crazy decision from frontsider to even reface that. And 500 are setting up for a ramp play once again. This is where Frontsider needs to be on his best behavior, and this time he will play his life. This time he will back up, he'll drop a flashbang, he'll give up that control, but he's realized his life is way more important in this situation.
Bit of a redemption arc for him, right? Don't instantly die. Anything other than that, success. 1 garage, 2 down B. And now there's no players on the A-bomb site because Fnatic was jiggling main? I don't know. Swanuko dropped down onto the site. Do they expect him to be here? They seem to kind of overlook him actually for a second. He's able to bring down Volt, who was already low HP. It's somehow a 3 versus 2 for Oramond. They're going to have to go for this retake. It's do or die. Everyone's got a kit. Cirque, aware that front is towards ramp because he got that kill onto Rainwaker previously. So this opens up so much space for 500 that they're able to isolate him. But Antivirus fights his way forward, and now Cirque with it all to do to close out the map, to take them to a decider, to take them to Mirage, and Spavik just holding the bomb. Cirque swings out, and Spavik takes one to the dome. The experience prevails, and the Bulgarian sends us to a decider. Storyline. Yeah, this is the worst time. Oramond, surely they can win 1 pistol round. Surely, right? And it's a bit ropey from Frontsider at the back of the bomb site there. Oh, it doesn't stop there. It only gets worse. Oramond, they had players here, and well, it all comes crashing down. Spavik gets 1 kill from short, but it looks like that's all she's going to write in this round.
Yeah, this retake needs to be pristine with only 2 players, and 500 are not the type of team that are going to give you anything for free. Everybody hiding, buying the time, and Oramond are already realizing this one has gone on too long, too far. So 500's perfect pistol record will stay intact. I'm trying to say that 5 times fast. As Fnatic trying to get 1 on the exit maybe, but not going to happen. It's barbecue. Saving the armor will be alright. He has taken damage though, so
now. And Spavik opens up proceedings. Glass cannon initiates contact. 500 though, not going down without a fight as Cirque trades off in middle, but this Orpa still.
Molly comes in. I love the way he's checking the flank here. Oh, he realized it, but didn't quite go to clear it. Now Frontsider making the steps in.
Dry. And oh my god, he almost just gets a minimum 1 through the smoke there. Red Star though, double entry in middle. That is ridiculous from him. However, is it even gonna matter? Because even though Spavik dies, Orp into Swanuku's hand, he picks up 1. Issue is, Frontsider so alone on this B-bomb site. They're charging in. They've only got Tech 9s. He hits the first headshot. He's biding his time. He's allowing for rotations to come through. Those rotations do arrive, and it feels like in the nick of time. Is here basically, and it's going to be a palace pop. This should be as clean as ever, and it will. 5 players alive.
That windshield just cracking this round. I mean, boost up here. Red Star is going to be looking the right way, and he will take a lot of damage, but find that kill. That's important. Now, he can stretch the defense quite thin, but Cirque going down to Suonko is not going to do you any favors. Volt has missed the timing. Never mind. He catches a glimpse, so they know that he's coming behind. If Suonko gets away with a kill here onto Rainwaker, that would be ridiculous. Rainwaker is going to be holding the flank, but Suonko still wins the fight. How has he won that? Rainwaker knew he was coming, still couldn't do anything about it. That op is not missing a beat once more. And Oramond versus Frontsider, who's positioned on the back of the site, who's looking to just clutch up a 1v2 solo, might not need any assistance. Eventually Volt will find that kill. 25 seconds, will get that bomb down, but this would be a miracle if he clutches the 1v4.
He's been given away in, to be honest. Frontsider's swinging has allowed for this moment of grace. Orp's not holding him, but Volt makes noise. He just reconfirms where he is, and he never anticipates that flank to come from where it is. Swanuku stabs him in the back, and Oramond, a pretty clean round, all things considered.
That is something that they have to be worried about, because, again, Suonko has been caught out making that play. Or rather, caught them out from making that play. Couple of pistols trying to explode towards this bomb site. You've got a little bit of util. It's about time to get it down. You've got a player top stairs. Fnatic is the first casualty though. That smoke needs to land the molly to make sure that it doesn't go too far whatsoever. So 500 will take control of the bomb site for now, but the pistols could pose a problem to try and hold on to it. Never mind. Chelsea gets aggressive, gets his hands on the AWP. And surely there's no way back into this for the CTs.
They've still got that weaponry advantage. They still have a bit of utility to work with. And frontsider, he tries to make some magic work, but it's Cirque to put them down. Out for the count. 2 kills with the AK. Sharp headshots being dished out. First line of defense shattered. Antivirus needs to be careful of this. He gets way too over-aggressive in trying to fight towards Connector. He has no help and just overplays his hand massively, but thank God Spavik's here. Unfortunately, though, only good for ones, similar with Fnatic towards ramp and frontsider. 1 versus 2. Both players pretty low HP. Red Star's going to tap in those digits that Cirque holds from afar. And just saved A1S from Swinko. Everyone else on pistols. They're stacking towards A. Swinko's found 2, but he's not able to get away. Antivirus still trades him out though, and it's all falling apart. 500, they try to just pedal to the metal towards A through ramp. Their Palace Lurk dies. And now Cirque with the bomb on his back has to complete a 1 versus 3, but he has seemingly slipped the net, and there is an open B bomb site on his horizon.
Fnatic to make his way over to try and get this round for the side of Oramond, but Cirque already beats him to the punch and isolating that Jill. Problem is frontsider is so delayed behind him that they eventually will spot him out. Can maybe jump in towards the apartments, but he just takes
Time play with the clutches. Closed out map 2, big clutch there, and now a massive opening kill. His teammates are right behind him, but he goes maybe a little bit too fast. Antivirus knocks him down a peg, drops some utility, but he revealed himself with that said util. Never mind, because Spavik can do it on a rifle. 2 kills from short, maintains the advantage from Oramond, and he just continues fighting his way forward. It's scrappy in apartments, but knock knock, the rent is due. Oramond looking to evict 500 and keep this game an even keel. Unless Rainwaker, it would be a 1 versus 3, mimicking his teammate, mimicking his Bulgarian brother. And with 5 HP, poor, just misses the angle as Swinuku carefully repositioned. Ramp, or does he just go towards middle? It looks like he's going behind ramp. Will he be there in time, though? And he might not, as it's already started.
Oh, he will. He'll catch Cirque, 100%. Cirque's not going to be turned around to look at this. Fnatic is going to try and take his time as well, and Swanko already stopped, denied. Smokes are going to only be up for a limited time, so you're going to have to go, and Spavik has already stopped 1. That's going to slow them down even further. You don't have any more smokes to put down as well, so eventually these smokes are going to go, and you need to try and occupy the space. They're already fading. Swanko, oh, that is beautiful from him. You've been perfect on the pistols. This is a time that you need to win them. 500. And Red Star's already started off lovely. 2 crisp headshots with the USP, and he's still not done. He's still not taken out of here. Going for the knife as well, Red Star. You crazy, crazy man, but it was the only chance in the play that he went for. The chance that he maybe had to kill him himself, but his teammates will do the rest. Spam through connector, not going to do too much damage at all. Flashes will though, everybody's blind. You don't know about Red Star in the corner, need to try and clear him out, and eventually you'll get him. A 2 for 2 is not bad for Oramond, because they have control of this A bomb site, and 500 now realise it. Spamming through the smoke, wishful thinking, praying that you're able to get a kill back that way, and get that advantage back in your favour, but you're going to have to work a little bit harder right now, 500, to get back into this one. Fnatic and frontside are ready for the double swing. 3 players on the other side, but a 1 for 1 is not that bad because you get all the information and frontsider gets away, even though he's on low HP. A kit and play on both players, so that's not going to be an issue, but they still need to try and find the kills, lining them up. Antivirus, what a time this would be to go huge. Only 3 kills in the game so far on this map, is right now not trying to take Jossie off the bomb, and he gets it. It felt like there could have been more.
Maybe there could have been more, but despite all of that, with stands on him. He's able to smoke himself off, but that's information for Oramond that there's a player down here. Nade opens up the smoke. Volt still gets one before he drops. Red Star, that AK, it activates a one, has to do a whole lot more, but unfortunately,
rounds ago, this is where you actually need to put the rifles to good use, and Red Star is already doing that towards Connector. It's an easy kill for the first, but it's instantly traded out, and they still know Red Star's there in the corner, so they just continue to spam him down. That's 2 kills to the good now. Or Rainwaker has to really do it all over towards that A bomb site, and he gets nothing. It's all falling apart at the seams for 500. Cirque and Chelsea are saving over towards B. Over towards A, it's very fast from Antivirus. Nade open that window smoke, and Antivirus will actually go down. Flashes are perfect to get them out over towards A, and Frontsider takes care of a blinded Rainwaker. Red Star pushing past that smoke, and Swalco's just on the other side, ready to find that kill. Again, 500 are scrambling to get control of a round, and it already does feel lost unless these 3 can get something for 500 here. This could be the map.
They've got the advantage. Chauzy playing with fire. He distracts, but not long enough. He drops unnecessarily. Cirque and Volt. One's having a great game. One saved them in multiple opportunities. Volt, not so much. But this is his time to step up and come alive.
Okay.
Cirque gets the trade. He picks up the kit, but it doesn't matter. 500, they win the clutch. I remember him picking it up on the CT side. Chauzy, oh, he's got to be careful. Chauzy's got to be really careful. And he neglects apartments due to his teammates dying in middle. He is able to get around the corner, but not for long. Sure, Oramond die out in mid, but over on B, they thrive. Unfortunately, Antivirus just runs into his grave, leaving Fnatic in a 1 versus 3 to see if Oramond can close it out now.
This would be crazy. Fnatic could go nuts. Already picks off the first. He's hearing the steps all around him, but 2 players on the screen at once, and Cirque will simply just shut that down. 4 kills from him, and Cirque is doing everything and more right now to keep 500 in this game. You know, he felt bad about losing the clutch, the face palm, but he comes back in that round and gets 4.
Back to basics. This is what they do best. Run out onto a bomb site. Issue is, Rainwaker, the Molo misses under balcony. He just chills and plays around it. Finally, Fnatic drops him, but Oramond's still playing from a man disadvantageous position. Finally, it gets equalized. No smoke in CT. That nade gets thrown into nothing, and Spavik mows him into smithereens. He picks up an AWP. Volt hasn't even breached double digits yet in this map. Needs to clutch up to keep his team alive. Both players on the other side so tantalizingly low, but where have they gotten to? Sandwich and CT. Will he ever expect Sandwich doesn't clear it, and Swanuku shoots him from behind and confirms Oramond as the second team to go through 3-0 in the